Isn't that weird? The ironies of life. When you are blind but the sun is bothering you. For my blind subscribers, Anna here on the
Stop recording video button.
videotaping the sun, and I believe there are trees in front of me. So I see this huge bright thing, which is the sun, and I'm actually looking at the sun, not seeing, but looking and observing. Observing what's around it, because there is a difference between seeing, looking, and observing. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go blind there. The sun is bothering my RPIs, but I just called them in my eyes and I asked them, like, tell me if I'm aiming the sun so I can take a video. And it was a very young kid. I think it was a kid. I don't think it was an adult. Anyway, people always get all a little kind of uncomfortable, I would say, when they ask us, have you seen the movie so and so, or have you watched the movie? And then they change the whole language and they go like, no, I apologize, I'm so sorry. Have you listened to the movie? And I go like, no, you don't change the language for every single population of people out there. I mean, we have the Braille, but it's for reading and writing, not for speaking. Imagine if we only talk in dots, dot. Anyway, going back to my point. We're done with the blind aren't. Okay, car, noisy car. So seeing is being able to use your eyes, your physical eyes. Being able to see physically. Looking is when you deliberately put your attention on something. Like when someone says, look, I brought this for you. You turn around, you put your attention into, whatever. And we don't need to see, but we still being able to look. When I watch TV, of course, I don't see it, but I do sit, on my sofa and face the TV. I don't look up on the sky, on the ceiling. I don't look down on the floor. I actually pay attention. I look at the TV. And observing is when we carefully examine something. So I was right now observing to see where the sun was, where the trees, and like if right now I'm not looking at the sun anymore, I'm videotaping across the street, and I was able to see this location because I have always lived in this city. And I remember walking and crossing the street here with my physical, being able to see with my physical eyes. And then when I started to, going blind, I had to start looking, paying attention to the traffic, looking that I was walking on the middle of those lines so I wouldn't get off, end up on the of the crossing lights, looking at my traffic, parallel traffic, and just looking around to see, where the entrance to the store, whatever store I was going to, and actually observing. We the blind are so good at observing. Not every single one, but we observe a lot. And people think that because we're not able to see, sighted people think that because we're not able to see, we're not able to look and observe and know what's going on. So yes, there is a difference between seeing, looking, and observing. And yes, we are blind physically, and sometimes we go have the mental blindness as well. And the emotional blindness, for me, it happens. Sometimes I go mentally blind. I'm not able to understand others. And then when the Uber drivers don't want to pick me up, or they just drop me off in the wrong location, I get very mentally blind, but mainly emotionally. And then I'm not able to understand all those emotions. When the emotions go high, the intelligence go down. So that happens to me. I'm not gonna deny it. But when we go blind, guess what? We have to continue looking for options. What are we going to do now? How are we going to do things? So life doesn't stop just because we are blind and we're not able to see. But more than ever, we have to look, and more than ever, we have to observe. And I believe every single one, every humanoid would benefit from this. So don't feel uncomfortable. We are just like anybody else. You can talk to us, approach us, and when having a conversation, you can say, look, we are not getting offended, and For me, it's okay if when you ask me, do you need help crossing the street? Yes, I do. Can I follow you? May I hold on to you? But not everyone feels comfortable with that. And I don't know. Some people don't like to be helped, but it has nothing to do with the blindness. It's with the personality of whatever person or that person. So yeah, and whenever you want to ask about watching TV or whatever, we don't change the language just for the blind, because the right way to say is, have you watched that movie? Have you seen that movie? And you assume, or quote unquote should, they say we shouldn't shoot people, but you should assume that we listen to it. And that is different levels of vision loss. That is people that is, you know, only have low vision, and I say quote unquote only, like if it's you know, like nothing, but there are different levels. I have retinitis pigmentosa, so I lost my vision very gradually, and I remember going through every single stage. But anyway, to all those volunteers from the Be My Eyes app, those people who through our iPhone and Android and our smart camera describe things for us, we just connect to the Be My Eyes. If you decided, check it out, take a look. Maybe you want to volunteer and describe things for us over the phone, through the camera. And oh my gosh, we have millions of volunteers now, but we always need more volunteers who speak other languages. Like my friend in Spain, he speaks Catalan and now he's volunteering. There were not volunteers who spoke Catalan. So there you go. Here I am with my retired guide dog who wants to insist on going for a walk. She's right there. And of course, I'm using my cane now. All right, talk to you later. Capri and I, we're gonna go for a walk. Capri is able to see, and she's silly. She's still showing me steps. I don't know why. Well, she was a guide dog for what, more than 8 years. So it's part of Capri. And you know, she's just still watching for steps, even though we're just going for a walk. And I have my cane, so I'm looking. Anyway, talk to you later. Adios. See ya. Bye bye. Thanks for watching my videos and for visiting my Blind with a Vision. Adios. See ya.